The title of the album, Metta, is actually a Buddhist word. I think there's a lot of parallels between meditation and the Buddhist doctrine and improvisation and what these things teach you. You accept things as they are, as they happen, and you don't have expectations. And this is something that's important in improvisation. You learn to accept what's happening, and you try and accept what's happening. I would say that the first album I was more exploring odd meters alongside the Middle Eastern thing. On this record, it's more melodic, and there's always this undercurrent of sophistication with rhythm and harmony, I guess, but generally it's actually emotionally driven. Quite a few of the tunes, there's nothing there before I actually sit at the piano, and it's kind of like stumbling across something in the grass. You like trip over something, you pick it up, it's like, oh, that's beautiful, I can make something out of that. To my left is Mr. Jason Yard, fearsome adventurer on the saxophone who knows no bounds of imagination and squeaky notes.
Yeah, you could say he's a very solid bass player. He plays in tune, his intonation is good, his time's good. But then on top of that, you've got a really fantastic writer. You know what I mean? I think any musician who can sit down at the piano or wherever and write the type of music that he writes is pretty special.
John is amazing musician, and he's really incredible at reading and improvising, and because he's quite competitive, so you know he doesn't want to back away from any challenge that I put in front of him.
I like a challenge, let's put it that way, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm competitive, but I'm competitive in some things, not in music. But yeah, I like a challenge. He's a great pianist actually, he writes in a really nice way for a pianist. You know, he obviously really feels this music, and I think it's, you know, everything he writes is really comes from his soul, which is really beautiful, you know, like, and he's definitely got a kind of a way of writing, he's got a stylistic vibe.
And to the far right is George Hart, finest drummer in the UK, and the purveyor of fine tank tops.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, sometimes he has quite specific ideas about sounds or about using space sometimes. I really like his playing. I think he makes a really nice sound, and you know, we have a nice kind of lock, and I think he's very impassioned, you know, when he plays, which I like.